Bit of change of direction. I found a old video that I took. I think it would have been, I know on the video clip you'll see it says 2007, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2009, I think it was. I had a track day, I undertook a track day down Eastern Creek, and I had a video set up inside my camera. So I actually found that video. So I thought, why not post and put it up? So a little bit of background on me, guys. Back in 2005, my last trail bike, so to speak, we didn't call it adventure riding back then, it was just riding or trail riding. My last bike was a WR250, and I was getting ready and training for the 4-day enduro, which I was going to compete in. Long story short, I actually had some health conditions, sold that bike, and moved on from there. And around about 2008, finished building. I didn't build a house, but I got a house built. And I think end of 2008, might have been 2009. I just wanted to do something, so I bought a track bike. And as you see in the image there, it was actually a broken down NSR 250. Now I can't remember what model it was. I think it was an MC21. Someone looking at the photo might be able to tell me that, but I'm pretty sure it was an MC21, so a 90 model type bike. It was pretty crook. Long story short, I did a complete top end rebuild, pulled the motor down, everything done to it, and my very first track day lasted 3 laps. So coming down Eastern Creek, the straight, as always 2 strokes, they actually nip up when you actually back off the throttle, which I did. So I backed off the throttle and it seized up, which scared the hell out of me, and I was lucky enough to pull the clutch in and not bloody kill myself. So from that, I decided to move on and buy a Honda CBR600RR. So it was a wrecked one I bought from Melbourne. I think I paid $1,500 for it, as you see in the photo there. The photo that you might be seeing looking now, which is in the red colour type Honda CBR600, is after I actually fixed it up, not how I got it. How I got it, all the plastic was all smashed up and all sorts of stuff, okay? I also didn't find it later on that I realised that it had a front end impact. So the front steering stem, now that part of the frame was actually bent a little bit, which actually caused the result of this crash, which you're going to see in a second, just some slide photos. So I actually did a track day on that CB 600RR, my very first track day, and the images you see of me crashing was the very last session. So I was getting pretty cocky, starting to go pretty well actually, in my own opinion. Might not have been going that fast, but I felt I was. And I just tucked the front end. And yeah, and that's why I tucked it, because that front end, well, like I said before, was just not in line with the rear end, which resulted in that accident. It's just how the bike was, and that's why I'm causing it. That's why I'm blaming anyway. Not that I ran out of talent or anything like that. So from that, guys, it was now a rebuild of that bike. Okay. So the image you'll see now of me actually rebuilding the bike, the fairing, repainting it myself, and getting it all fixed up, ready to go for my next track day. It would have been something like, I don't know, it might have been 6 months later, 8 months later. It was a fair time later. So I hadn't had really that much experience at a track day. So what you're actually seeing now in this video footage is my very first track day back on the CBR after rebuilding it after the crash. So a lot of this footage you'll see. If you don't know much about the track days, guys, really what happens is that they talk about certain rules and what you can do and what you can't do. You're not allowed to film. The camera that I'm using, I apologise for the video footage, as in how clear it is, the sound. It's a pencil type video camera. It's actually inside my helmet next to I think it was my right eyeball, basically. I think it was about a $50 camera on eBay. So I don't think it did too bad of a job, the camera, because you weren't allowed to have a camera on your helmet. You weren't allowed to film, the rules here. So I had it inside my helmet, which I probably, they didn't say I couldn't do that, but yeah, it was tucked away in there, so they couldn't see it. So yeah, that was my experience. So the first part of these you see me out of the gate is really the first time out on the track, warming the tyres up, getting used to it all, pretty slow. I passed a lot of riders, but one of the scariest part on the track days is actually passing slower riders. You really got to take care when you're doing it, because you really don't know where they're going to move. And where a lot of accidents do happen is where the faster rider actually hits the slower rider. So you just got to keep on top of all that as well. And also you see towards the end of the video footage there that I was starting to get a little bit more speed up. A guy on the inside of me overtook me, and it's good to do that sometimes, because then you start pushing yourself, and I started staying with that guy and even started catching him as well, until I got stopped by another slower rider, which in the end, basically that was the end. We didn't go much further than the flag came out, so it was a bit disappointing. But the main thing is that I stayed upright for the whole sessions for that day, enjoyed it. But then, yeah, I just changed to a GXR 750, and then cold tyres, and I lost the front end very first lap out, and with cold tyres on a cold winter's day, and it done some damage to that bike, and moved on from that. It's just too expensive track days. I thought you have one little easy fall, and the next thing you know, your bike could be a write-off. And then the rest is history, back into adventure riding. That's where I went. So anyway, guys, yeah, I hope you enjoy the video of me trying to be Casey Stoner. Yeah, leave any comments or what do you think about it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, we'll catch up later on. Next time we will be actually back to the adventure riding. Alright, see yous.